Okay, we're going to have country breakfast today, and we're going to have sausage gravy and biscuits. Now, we've already made some biscuits. The sausage gravy is not that hard. We have some Charlie Wilson's spicy Kentucky sausage here, 250 grams, about a half a pound. And we'll start with that. We have a little bit of flour. We got some pepper. We got some salt. We got some Cowbilly Willy's bistro seasoning. It can be substituted for the salt and pepper, but it depends on how the sausage tastes when you test it. So, we start out by breaking this sausage up, and we need to cook the sausage in the pan. So, let me turn that on. Break this up a little bit. When it starts cooking, we'll break it up a lot. And really, you want to try to get this in as small a chunks as you can. While it's raw, it don't chunk up so good. So you try to scatter it out in the pan as best you can, so that when it gets cooked, you know, it'll cook quickly, and you can start chunking it up real good after that. So we'll let this brown a little bit, and then we'll get on with it. Okay, as you can see, start to cook on the bottom. We can flip this over just like you would a sausage patty. You see it's getting a little bit brown there. And see it starts chunking up a little easier too. And we just keep doing this until it's all cooked and it's all chunked up. There we go. Problem because the table is high and I'm low. It's hard for me to see everything going on in here. That sausage is smelling really good. It makes excellent gravy. I'm one of these people. A lot of times you buy sausage gravy in the store back in America, you get a lot of paste and not much sausage. This particular sausage we used here has a little bit more fat than I usually do. You can still see it's pretty lean, but for making good gravy you want a little bit more grease than what I like for a patty. And we got that. We got a nice, as you can see, just a little bit of grease, but that's enough. I have so many people writing cookbooks about being thin and healthy. Maybe I'll write one about getting fat and ugly. Okay, so we got that, and we reduce the heat now. I want to reduce it quite a bit. Almost about what you do with a simmer. Okay, to start this out, nobody likes lumpy gravy. If you want lumps in it, you want those lumps to be meat, you don't want them to be flour balls. So you start out with about 1/3 of a cup of flour and 2/3 of a cup of cold milk. Now that's the key, the milk's got to be cold. And this is how you keep from getting flour balls in your gravy. This is just for starters. Now, if we need to thicken it up as we're cooking it, we'll add more milk or we'll add more flour. But you take your fork and you mix the milk, the cold milk and the flour together. And as you can see, the flour balls are disappearing. You can use your fork to kind of mash them until they're all busted up real good. But you see we're getting a paste here. It's kind of a runny paste. And that's what you want. You want a runny paste. And you see we've already turned our heat down to a simmer on that. I'm going to give it a try with a plastic spatula. I'm working with a non-stick pan. Well, you take it and then you pour this in here and you scrape it out real good. Now we got our start. And start mixing this up in with your sausage. As you can see here, we got a lot of meat and a little bit of sauce, a little bit of gravy, and it's getting thick real quick. So we need to add us some more milk, thin that up a little bit. You got to be careful about this, or you will get those flour balls in your gravy. You don't want that. It tastes pasty. Oop, sent some to the floor. See, if I were staying in America, my dog would have caught that. Of course, if I was staying in America, I would be working in a wheelchair. I'd be standing up. We're going to have to hope that I had enough milk to finish this job. I'm going to turn the power off because the skillet's still hot and it's still going to keep trying to cook that out and thicken that up. I've done just about all I can do with that. This is one of the problems of being a hillbilly. You're used to working with cast iron. You can use metal forks and metal spoons and that sort of thing. Some things you just got to learn how to do all over again when you start changing your tools. Now, I'm going to sample taste this. I'm going to assume it needs something. It could use a little pepper. Actually, it's probably got enough for most people, but we'll put a little more in there. And I think the salt's okay. And see, that's where the grill seasoning would have come in. We would have used this if it needed salt too. We could have added some salt and some pepper flavor and a few other little spices. It would have livened it up a little bit. But what we got right now, this is good already. Because the spicy sausage has already got quite a bit of pepper in it. And I try to cut down on the salt in my diet, but I am a salt lover. Doing a restaurant, two things I always had to have my mother taste test for was if things were too salty or too spicy. Because when they were right for me, probably not right for anybody else. We had some biscuits we did earlier, and I'm going to grab one of them guys out of here. And this would be how you do your biscuits and gravy. Break your biscuit apart like that. Get you some gravy on this thing. Put some here. Put some here. Depending on whether you're a cheapskate or not, you put some more. This is a good, thick sausage gravy. Now, if you want it thinner, you can put more milk. Here we have biscuits and gravy. And that'll put some meat on your bones. Now you know how to do it.